Sa'ad Masudbin Umar ibn Abd Allah Al-Taftazani. Persian. Also known as Al-Taftazani and Taftazani. 1322–1390. Was a Muslim Persian polymath. He also wrote a commentary on the Qur'an in Persian called Kashf-al-Asrar. Early life and education. Al-Taftazani was born in 1322 in Taftazani, Khurasan in Iran, then in the Sa'd-Daran state. He completed his education in various educational institutions in the cities of Herat, Gejdovan, Furumd, Gulistan, Khwarizm, Samarkand and Sarax. He mainly resided in Sarax. He was active during the reign of Timur, who noticed him as a promising scientist and supported his scholarship, and was a part of his court. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani famously remarked about him that, "Science ended with him in the East, and no one could ever replace him." He died in Samarkand in 1390 and was buried in Sarax. He sincerely practiced Islam, and practiced and preached in the Hanafi and Maturidi schools. He was of the Hanafi school in matters of fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence, and a Maturidi with regard to issues of Aqidah, Islamic creed. Career. During his lifetime, he wrote treatises on grammar, rhetoric, theology, logic, law and Quran exegesis. His works were used as textbooks for centuries in Ottoman madrasas, and are used in Shia madrasas to this day. He completed Shafi'is, which was his first and one of his most famous works at the age of 16. He also wrote a commentary of the Quran in Persian and translated a volume of Sa'di's poetry from Persian into Turkish, but it was in Arabic that he composed the bulk of his writing. Contributions. Al-Taftazani made contributions to theology, Islamic jurisprudence, linguistics, rhetoric, logic and literature. His treatises, even the commentaries, are standard books for students of Islamic theology, and his papers have been called a compendium of the various views regarding the great doctrines of Islam. Legacy. Ibn Khaldun, who is considered by some to be the father of the social sciences for anticipating many elements of these disciplines centuries before they were founded in the West, said of him, "I found in Egypt numerous works on the intellectual sciences composed by the well-known person Sa'd. al-Din al-Taftazani, a native of Herat, one of the villages of Khurasan. Some of them are on kalam, speculative theology, and the foundations of fiqh and rhetoric, which show that he had a profound knowledge of these sciences. Their contents demonstrate that he was well versed in the philosophical sciences and far advanced in the rest of the sciences which deal with reason." Writings by Al-Taftazani. Linguistics. Shah-Zanjani, a.k.a. Sir al-Izzi-Fit Tasrif. A.K.A. Sadiye. 738a. H. His first work, Al-Isid. A.K.A. Isid al-Hadi. 778a. H. Al-Niam al-Sorabi fi Shah al-Nawabi. Rhetoric. Al-Mutawal. 747a. H. Al-Muqtasa. A.K.A. Mutazar al-Mani. 756a. H. Shahu Miftari Lulam. A.K.A. Murthari Lulam. 787a. H. Logic. Shur Rizal ash-Shamshi. A.K.A. Shah Ush Shamshia. 752a. H. Maqasid Talibin fi Ilmi Usul-ad-Din. A.K.A. Al-Maqasid. 784a. H. Tezhib al-Mantiq wa al-Kalam. 739a. H. Shah al-Aqaid an-Nasri. 767a. H. Commentary on Abu Hafs Omar al-Nazafi's Creed. Legal Sciences. At Talwi fi Kashfi Haqaiq Tanki. 758a. H. Hashiyatu Mutazari al-Muntaha. 770a. H. Miftah al-Fiqh. A. K. A. Al-Miftah. 782a. H. Itazaru Shahi Talizi al-Jami al-Kabir. 785a. H. Al-Fatawa al-Hanafiya. 759a. H. A detailed compilation of GIS juristical decisions during his juristical career. Shah al-Farid as-Sirajiyya. Theology. Hashi al-Kashaf. 789a. H. This is an unfinished work of his. Kashf-al-Asrar v Udit al-Ibra. Al-Arbain. Shah al-Hadis al-Arbain en-Naviviye. Hashiyat al-Kashaf. Extremely rare work by Taftazani. Never finished by the scholar or unknown, compiled during his lifetime. There are 3 manuscripts that have shed light on the subject and are known to the public in museums and private collections. One is dated 1147 AH. Private Saudi collection and is the oldest dated copy of his work, some 357 years after his death. One dated 1209 R. and one dated 1237 AH. See also List of Iranian scientists and scholars. A selection of Taftazani's works at Library of Grand National Assembly of Turkey. Summary of disagreements between At-Taftazani and Al-Jurjani is an Arabic work dating from 1805, which compares Taftazani's work to the work of Abd al-Qahir al-Jurjani.